eBay sellers, it's Suzanne, and I have another fun and interesting sales update video for you. But before I begin, I wanted to share some exciting news with you. And this is something that just kind of came up, and I decided to go for it. So, what's happening is I am moving at the end of December. I can start off 2021 fresh with a clean slate, and I'm moving to the North Georgia mountains, actually on top of a mountain. And it's just so beautiful there. I just feel like I'm really going to thrive and be even happier than I am now. I really love where I live now, but sometimes something better shows up and you have to make a decision. Do you want to stay where you are or move ahead? So where I will be is actually on top of a mountain, and it's trees and mountains as far as the eye can see. The views are just so amazing. I wanted to share that with you so you can see why I'm so excited. But just look at that. As far as you can see, trees and more trees, and the sky was so pretty that day. I took these pictures. And here's another view. All directions look like this. And this was on a different day. You can just barely see some homes down there in the valley, but they're nestled in the trees. And then this was a different day. You can see still nothing but trees and hills and just so peaceful and gorgeous. This is not my photo. A friend who lives up there took this and shared it with me. So even a rainbow. The sunsets are amazing. The view from my home, I can see everything but north. So I'll get the sunrise, the sunset, the clouds rolling in, everything. And then on those rare occasions that we get snow or ice in Atlanta, I get this view. I guess I'm just turning into more of a nature girl later in life and just couldn't resist the opportunity to move to this place and start fresh in 2021. I'm just so excited about this change, but it's happening very fast. So what I've decided to do is liquidate some of my eBay inventory so I don't have to move as much. So I have set up a clearance category in my eBay store, and I am running a virtual moving sale. So I will accept offers on even clearance items and all reasonable offers on non-clearance items, because I would much rather sell this inventory and have to move less than schlep all this stuff down 4 flights of stairs. So I feel like the timing is perfect because maybe some of my viewers could do some holiday shopping and get some great deals. All of my inventory is sourced from very nice Metro Atlanta thrift stores. So you'll know that the items are high quality and, of course, a trusted seller. So if you feel compelled to help me out and lighten the load on this move, take a look at my eBay store and make me some offers. You know, I'm open to it. I feel like I can replenish very easily, and I'd much rather offer some great deals to my loyal viewers than to pack all this stuff up and move it across town. I'm actually only going about 15 miles from my current location, but moving is moving. You still have to pack it all up. So check out my virtual moving sale. The link is below. And now let's get into my sales update video from October of 2020. Okay, I always start off by establishing my experience as a trusted eBay seller. You can follow my store, Atlanta Golf Shop, and see what I sell, how I do things, how I price things. And I'm putting myself out there to be an example to help the average person learn how to sell on eBay. I've been selling since 2003. You can check out my feedback page here. And If you don't understand how the numbers are being calculated in this video, there's a link to another video called Quick Bookkeeping Tip Number 1 that explains how I'm getting my profit numbers, which is really the most important number you need to know. How much are you making on your items? My objective is to reach $3,500 profit per month by the end of 2020, and that probably is not going to happen now that I am throwing a move in there. But I'm not giving up. That's going to roll into 2021, and I'm going to keep going till I get there. I have chosen some teachable moments to show you because I sold over 120 items last month, so that would be a long and boring video. So here are just a few things with some interesting backstories that might help you with your business. Okay, I paid $25 for these Echo women's boots. They sold for $48.97. Profit was $16.48. I bought these last year on a Facebook group, which is why I paid $25. Thought I would sell them for more, but it is what it is. I've had them a year, and so they did sell at full price of $48.97. The next item is a pair of Vibram 5 Fingers barefoot running shoes. And see how I said, oh, I'm getting out of the shoe business, but apparently I'm not. I'm just going to be more selective in what I choose to sell. I paid $6.35 for these. They sold for full price of $49.97. Profit was $36.25. And these sold in about 2 weeks, so a really quick sale there. One of my specialties is cashmere. I just love it, and I love selling it. This is a Cynthia Rowley 100% cashmere cardigan hooded sweater. I paid $6.35 for this, took an offer of $55. Profit was $38.77. This is an Aran Sweater Market fisherman sweater. I paid $6.95 for this, sold for $50 on best offer. Profit was $37.28. This item you might recognize from last month's video. It was returned, but sold again in just a few days, this time at full price. The first time it sold, the buyer submitted an offer of $42, which I accepted, so everything came out well in the end. This is a Charter Club 100% cashmere hoodie. I paid $6.35. It sold for full price of $49.97. Profit was $38.27. This is a Peter Millar women's 100% cashmere sweater, but it was 4-ply. That, in my world, is very rare. It was the thickest and most luxurious feeling sweater I've ever felt. And I did try it on, but when I realized how much it could sell for, it went in my store. I paid $6.35 for this, took an offer of $75. Profit was $61.63. This was a fun designer item. Roberto Cavalli top with cutout shoulders and a silk trim on the ends of the sleeves and the hemline. I paid $6.35 for this, took an offer of $70. Profit was $55.21. And while I am downsizing my clothing inventory, I will never completely stop selling clothing because I'm just trying to be more selective so that I don't have as much inventory and I can raise that profit per item a little bit higher. Okay, this one I picked up just because it was fun and I knew it would sell. The brand is Berek, B-E-R-E-K. This was an embroidered Thanksgiving fall pumpkin sweater. I paid $3.10. It sold for $30 in just a couple of weeks. Profit was $23.45. This was also an unusual item. Millie of New York, 100% cashmere sweater. It had detachable silk collar and cuffs. So you could wear it as a plain black sweater, or you could wear it with the collar and cuffs. And it just was a cool looking pattern and something very unusual. So that's what I'm striving for, is to find and sell the unusual. I paid $6.35 for this. It sold for $40 in less than a month. Profit was $29.02. This is a Davis & Squire men's 100% cashmere sweater. I paid $4.75. It sold for full price of $49.97. Profit was $39.14. Here is another cashmere cutter lot. This lot had 4 items in it with a total cost of $21. It sold for $32. On best offer, profit was $8.11. And let me just explain again what this is all about. These are usually sweaters that once I get them home, I find problems that I didn't see in the store, and it may be too much for me to mend, or they could be sweaters that are marked down and very cheap, and I know they're damaged, and I put them in these lots. So sometimes this is just recouping my initial investment. It's not really a huge moneymaker for me because some of these sweaters I pay $6 for, and rather than just throwing them out or trying to sell them as a single item that's damaged, it just works better for me to put them in a lot like this. And someone asked on the last video, I had another lot like this that was red and pink. And yes, I do lot them together based on color because in my experience, crafters have a certain item in mind that they want to create and they have a color scheme. So these seem to sell better when you put them together in certain color schemes so that it's ready for the crafter to do their project. I mean, you can always try to put them together with whatever you've got and see how it goes, but this was just the way I approached it on this listing. Okay, the next item is an LL Bean women's parka puffer jacket. I paid $0 for this. It was given to me, and it sold for $55 on best offer. Profit was $46.91. What's interesting is this went to Florida. It didn't even go to a place that gets cold. So don't assume. You never know where your items are going to go. Could be someone who is a snowbird and they're back and forth and they're going up north where it is cold. You just don't know. So be ready for anything. This is a Chico's Traveler's Moto jacket. It was faux leather, or what I call pleather, pretend leather, and it was just really cool looking. I paid $1.80 for this. It sold for $42. Profit was $34.18. This is a Torrid Disney Cinderella dress, and I found this back in July. I paid $7.52. Prices were all over the board on this one, so I went in high with $75 for my asking price. But as Halloween got closer and I kept getting low offers, I felt like, I might as well go ahead and accept one of these and move this on out so that someone can use it. So I accepted an offer of $45. Profit was $31.91. This was a fun item, a vintage Burt Reynolds Horse Ranch t-shirt. I paid $3.18 for this, took an offer of $40. Profit was $28.31. And what happened on this is I went back and forth with the buyer on some things and actually created a special listing just for the buyer so he could buy it without any complications. So that's why it says sold for $40 at the top there. It doesn't have the original asking price. This is a John Deere baseball cap, new with tag. I paid $3.84. It sold for $24.97. Profit was $16.19, and this went to Israel. And shipping was almost as much as the hat. So somebody really wanted this, and this is another case for international shipping. Don't assume. international buyers won't pay the shipping because they do. Okay, a different item. We are out of the clothing department. This is a pair of men's Vogue eyeglasses. I paid $2 for these. They sold for full price of $34.97. Profit was $28.55. This is the Josephine Wall puzzle that I already made a video about. I paid $1 for it. It sold for $49.97. Profit was $42.53. Here's another puzzle, Amy Stewart Collection Buffalo Puzzle. I paid 82 cents for this. It sold for $35. Profit was $30.59, and this sold in 3 hours because this was a limited edition collaboration between an artist and Buffalo Puzzles, and those do really well because they are limited in number. So for 82-cent investment, I was on board with taking that $35 offer. This is a Ravensburger jigsaw puzzle, The Rose of Notre Dame. Beautiful, beautiful puzzle. I paid $1.06 for this, sold it for $40 on best offer. Profit was $33.97. And this is the cash flow game. I also made a video about this specific item, and it went to a buyer overseas who paid almost as much in shipping as they did for the item. I paid $2 for this back over the summer. It sold for $59.97. My profit was $49.24. And this is a game, not a puzzle. Okay, another new item for me, a pocket knife. I paid $15 for this, took an offer of $80. Profit was $54.27. This is another one that prices were all over the board because this particular model is not made anymore. I only had it listed a few days and got an $80 offer and took it. So great stocking stuffer, or just somebody wanted it for themselves. This was behind the counter at a small thrift store. So $15 investment. I walked away with $54.27 profit. Now, the next few items came from the bowels of the Goodwill store. And this aisle looks crazy. And some people would think, oh my gosh, you're going to look through all that? And I say, yes, that is part of the treasure hunt. I love looking through this. There's all kinds of stuff hiding in there. So if you don't have patience for it, that's fine. This is not for everybody, but when I see something like this, I just see dollar signs all over it. So this item is some wallpaper border, and the buyer purchased 3 rolls. I have a total of 10. Well, I have 7 left. I paid $1.50 each for these. They sold for $7 each, so my total profit was $18.86, and doesn't take up much room, lightweight, easy to ship, and people are always looking for certain patterns because they may be repairing a certain section and it's an older pattern, an older wallpaper that is not made anymore, and they're trying to match something. You just don't know. So I've had great experiences with wallpaper borders, so check that out. This next item I claimed for myself until it sold because it was fun to play with. Wooden block perpetual calendar, farmhouse shabby chic. And I paid $2.12 for this. It was all mixed in that junk in the back. It sold for $24.97 in about a week, and my profit was $18.86. Here's another thing you might find in that huge jumbled up mess. Printer ink. I paid $3.18 for this. It sold for $32. My profit was $24.39, and this is so easy to ship and doesn't take up much room. It actually sold right after I listed it the first time, like within an hour, and I took an offer of $28 and they never paid, so we went through the whole unpaid item cycle. It was listed again and sold for more, so that worked out. And this is a fossil wallet. beautiful blue leather, kind of unusual. I paid $5.30 for this. It sold for $34.97. Profit was $25.96. And this sold in less than 24 hours for full price. So I'm loving finding these smaller items that are still profitable. And that's the track I'm on going forward. So we will still have some clothing mixed in, but I'm trying to focus on other things as well. Now, returns. I got killed on returns in October. The $90 Starbucks mug was returned, and the reason was she ordered it by mistake. She thought it was the demi-tasse size, which that's even more unbelievable that someone would pay $90 for a little tiny demi-tasse coffee cup. But the story behind this is that she did not even open a return. She just sent it back. And it was not through the eBay return system. So I had to walk her through how to do that and open a return and then put in the tracking number and all that. And, that was the right thing to do. If I hadn't done that, it never would have showed up as a return for her. And I could have just kept the mug and sold it again and she wouldn't have got her money back. So it just works out in the end. Just do the right thing for people. Treat people the way you want to be treated, because when you try to circumvent the system and do all these backdoor workarounds, it will come back to bite you. The next item is a Vera Bradley purse, and this buyer chose doesn't work or defective. And her reason was because she thought it was new. This was her first purchase on eBay, and she assumed everything on eBay was brand new. And don't know where she got that information, but so that was her reason. Was she claimed it was my fault for not selling a brand new item to her when it was clearly stated in the listing that it was used. But I just didn't want to take the time to fight that. Yeah, just return it. I can sell it again. The next item is the Charter Club cashmere hoodie that I've already talked about. The next item was a Chico's top. She said doesn't match description or photos. I am 100% sure to get free return shipping because it absolutely did match the description and photos. And unfortunately, buyers have learned to do this, to pick that option to get free return shipping. I am not going to make a video on that because I don't want to call any more attention to it. And I don't want any more buyers figuring that out until eBay figures out a way to stop this, because it is completely not fair that we do everything right as sellers and the buyer can choose that reason that it doesn't match description or photos, which hurts our metrics, and they get free return shipping. So personally, I just think it's crappy, and I hope eBay will fix it. The last item is a Chico's cardigan that just didn't fit, so that buyer chose the right reason, and that was fine. So my returns were $207.91. Yes, that's a buzzkill right there. I'm not happy about it, but that's the way it is. Sometimes you just have months like that. So you suck it up, buttercup, and you move on. Okay, let's get into the numbers. And I want to stress again that sales fluctuations are normal. Let me show you a few of my sales spikes for the month because they make no sense. I am happy that my sales were up 20% from the previous month. So I look at the month-to-month growth, and all I'm trying to do here is do better than I did the month before. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but it's just like an athlete when you're really just competing against yourself to see if you can continue to grow and improve, and that's the attitude I take towards this business, is just keep on improving. Okay, here are some sales spikes. The first one was on October 2nd. I had $253.98 in sales that day. And you can see the next day, I had zero. So you just have to live in the moment when you're having those big sales days. Okay, Wednesday, October 7th was a record breaker for me. $465.25 in sales. I didn't do anything different. I don't know why this happened. It was a Wednesday. I don't get it, but there it is. The next one was on Tuesday, October 20th, $184.05. And you can see the chart there. It just is up and down, and there's really no pattern to it. The next sales spike was on Monday, October 26th, $302.82. And then Wednesday, October 28th was another good day, $246.19. So look at your sales fluctuations and just understand that this happens. This is just the way it is, and it always comes back. Just keep going. All right, here are some more numbers. I sold 128 items. My total profit after subtracting the $207 in returns was $1,924.23, which was $111 more than September. So I did a little better. And feedback, I received 44 feedbacks, which is pretty normal. Number of items in my store as of September 30th was 782 items. As of October 31st, 705 items. And I'm really thinking I'm happiest when it's 200 to 300 items, higher profit items. So I think after I move, I'm just not going to build it up to such a huge amount. I am going to focus on higher profit items with some filler bread and butter items mixed in there. But I've noticed that having more items really has not gotten me closer to my profit goal. And you just have to factor in the time you spend listing lower dollar items. So I'm still working all that out. And thank you for coming along on this journey to watch me do it. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to get there. Okay, September, the average price of my listed items was $33.56, and you'll notice I had 781 items there. October, my average price of listed items was just a tad higher at $33.95, but only 705 items. So I'm maintaining that average price of listed items, which is my goal. As for profit per month, my goal is $3,500. My actual was just over $1,900. So I have some work to do, and I'm going to continue to approach this like a detective, like a scientist, and figure out how to get there. Okay, and there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. And again, check out my virtual moving sale at the link below the video and see if there's anything you like. Make me an offer. I am willing to negotiate, and I will combine shipping so that I can offer you the best deal if you purchase multiple items. Thanks again for watching, and have a profitable and productive day on eBay. Bye.